the movies, all right? And you scandal guys can watch movies with us too. Come look at our movie reviews. It's okay. All right. So next, how to get away with murder. So this was the last episode before, of course, the break, the winter break. So the episode opens with a flashback. It normally does, but there's an argument between Professor Keaton and Sam at the couple's home. She orders him out of the house, threatens to call the police. She taunts him by saying vile things to him. Among them, she boasts about her affair with Nate and how he was making love to her. I mean, she gets really down and intimate. And she tries, you could tell she's really trying to push his buttons, you know. All right, so he complies and he comes back at her, you know. He calls her a disgusting slut amongst other awful and equally vile things that she said to him. Okay, so they're going back and forth. His hands are around her neck now because it's gotten very violent, the argument, as if he were going to strangle her, but he doesn't, okay? But then she locks herself in the bedroom, she runs out, you know, she's gone, she's out. She went to really see, we find out later, Detective Nate. Sam stays in the kitchen and begins to drink. All right, so the legal eagles, all right, her Keaton 5, come to the house because they're fearing that, okay, Sam killed Lila. They figured that out by themselves. I think most of us kind of knew that anyway. But anyway, all right, so they fear that Professor Keaton is in danger. And so they head to the Keaton house. Michaela enters first, and she distracts Sam. And then Rebecca runs through the house and gets the computer. Rebecca locks herself in the bathroom and starts going through Sam's computer to see, I guess, whatever evidence she could find to kind of close the case and exonerate herself and, you know, get this thing closed, this case with Lila's murder. All right, so there's a fight for the possession of the computer, which results in a brawl with Sam falling to his death as he's shoved over the railing in the house. Okay. However, Sam wasn't dead. I thought he was, but he wasn't. All right, so he was just unconscious. And then he wakes up and begins to strangle Rebecca. All right, so Wes hits him over the head with the trophy. And I think that finished him off for real, you know, because I know you look at these things and there's a lot of jump starts. You know, they make you think one thing and it's something else. And I guess it still could be, but that's what it appears to look like now. It looks like Wes gave him the fatal blow when he hit him over the head with the trophy. So now the legal eagles will all proceed to strategize. What are we going to do with Sam's body? And of course, we've been seeing tidbits of this all along, right? Okay, the scene then cuts to Professor Keaton, and she's at Nate's house, Detective Nate, and the two are making passionate love, all right? Afterwards, she calls Sam on the phone, and she leaves a long message of apology. The scene is edited in such a way that we see the legal eagles discovering that Michaela lost her ring while trying to dispose of Sam's body. And then they're intercut with Professor Keaton allegedly being sincere about apology to Sam. You know, I really need you, and I'm sorry about what I said earlier. I didn't really mean, and I know you didn't mean what you said to me. You know, that kind of thing. And she's put this all on the message because no one picked up. Of course, Sam is dead. So this is all going on his telephone message. And I guess this is a setup. So when the police comes back, and you have to suppose that this is all a setup so that when the police check Sam's messages, he'll find this apology. And that will kind of give her an alibi to say where she was. Because as everyone knows, when you make these phone calls, you know, they can ping you. They can tell where you are at this moment. They can tell where you are over there. You know, that's the way it is. All right. So the bonfire is the legal eagles alert signal. And it also is a signal to the audience, the viewing audience, that this is a sequence that is out of time. You know, it could go back or forward. You have to kind of figure it out. So that's what that whole thing was about all season long. The scene then switches to Michaela. She is apologizing to her future mother-in-law, and she does sign a prenup. So yeah, she caved in on that one. All right. Oliver says that he has a drug problem. That all, we kind of knew that. All right. So Professor Keaton calls a meeting with Bonnie and her legal eagles. She informs them that she and Sam had a fight and that he may have fled. You know, she's full of garbage. She knows he didn't, all right, flee. But anyway, that's what she's saying. Okay, so she's setting up things. You know, she's a Svengali here in this particular series. Professor Keaton she can cover her butt. She knows exactly what to do. She's the lawyer who has gotten off all of these murderers. So if she can get the murderers off, you know she's going to get herself off, right? If she can get all these murderers off, which we've seen demonstrated throughout these episodes, of course she knows how to get her off, and probably her legal eagles too. All right, so Professor Keaton calls a meeting with Bonnie and her legal eagles. She informs them that she and Sam had a fight and that he might have fled. The police are on the way and will inquire about Sam, and she wants all of them to be as honest as they possibly can. And would you do that for me? Would you be as honest as you possibly can? All right, that's what she says to them, you know, like with these dear eyes, you know, very sincere tone. So the last scene shows Professor Keaton being extremely shady. But I have to say, most of us knew that about her. Yeah, we love Viola Davis, you know, but her characters, we knew the character was shady. You know, they showed her almost looking in a nefarious way on several occasions. So, yeah, we kind of knew that. The last scene shows Professor Keaton thanking Wes for killing Sam. Yeah, she's thanking him. Okay, so the series picks up again in January. Did you enjoy the show? This is the first season. And I have to say, I enjoyed it, except for, again, I don't like you undressing her, and I don't like you deglamorizing her. I've said this before. Please put her wig back on and maybe get a different hairstylist whom, I know my wigs are not so good either, right? All right, so get a hairstylist that can give her that glamorous look that she had at the beginning of the episode. You know, let's stay with the glamorous Professor Keaton. Let's stay with that. She's so beautiful. Don't deglamorize her. Please stop doing that. I have to protest about that. It's the only thing I don't like. And, you know, some of the flashbacks I think are somewhat, some of the flashbacks, not all, but some of them tend to be a little confusing. So in January, the series starts again, and we'll see where it leads, okay? But that's the only problem I had with it. So if you enjoyed the series, leave a comment, all right? And it's so good to hear from you and see you. Everybody have a wonderful holiday. Even though Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder won't be on the next few weeks, we still go to the movies, so we enjoy our movies too. All right, so join us for our movie reviews if you have time. Okay, enjoy your holiday. Have a wonderful turkey. Enjoy Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate, just enjoy your life. God bless.